Hello everyone and welcome back to Season 3 of Making Interstellar. Today we have the Italian Super Cup game against Juventus, but before all that we've got quite a lot to cover and quite a lot to catch you up with before we get into this game. Now what we'll start off with is what everyone probably wants to see, is the transfers. There's been a lot of ins and a lot of outs, and we've got some big news. We're going to start with the outs, okay? Just try and ignore this for now. So before we filter this by fee, we'll work down the list. Some unfamiliar names there, just players from the reserves. Marco Andreoli, who was a first team player, never really played left for Empoli. Danilo De Ambrosio, same sort of thing, left for 1.7 million to Atalanta. Freddie Guarin, probably the biggest name so far to leave, went to Leicester on a deal worth £1.8 million. Samir Handanovic went to Olympique Lyon for 1.9 mil. Hernandez to Zenit for 3.3. A reserve player called Ricky Alvarez went to Malaga for £4.3 million. So a lot of small value transfers so far. Mattia Destro went to Torino on 5.5 million and wasn't really planning to sell him, but based on his first season, he didn't do bad, but I just don't think he was good enough for us. Now we won the league, and he's gone. Basically, he didn't play that much. He was injured quite a long time when he first signed, and he never really got in the team. But yeah, he's gone to Torino. He made a nice little profit on him though. Now this will bring us into the first big transfer of the day. Mateo Kovacic has joined Liverpool on a deal worth £33.5 million, all in cash, all up front. It was horrible to have to sell him, but to achieve our goal of a Champions League and Serie A win with an all-Italian squad, we had no choice, and that's what we've done. I've wanted more, I couldn't get more, and I just took what I could get. So Kovacic is now a Liverpool player. Now that also means that Shaqiri has left to sign for Manchester City. Really disappointed to have to let him go as well, but we did get 50. That's yes, right, £50 million up front for him. No clauses, no monthly instalments, all up front, 50 million squid, and we've cashed in on Shaqiri. Now that means that we had a 50 million transfer budget, so we had a really big transfer budget going on. So let's see who we signed. Okay, so we'll start with the bottom. Alessio Cerci signs on another loan deal from Atletico Madrid. We had to beat Roma to him. Happy to get him back. He's a quality player, did fantastic for us last year. Really happy to have him back on board. A year older, but for the money they want, I don't really want to sign him. I'm happy to loan him for now. Timothy Nosci from Juventus signed. He's a backup goalkeeper to replace Handanovic. That's pretty much it. He won't play any games really. Perin is going to be his first choice goalkeeper. He just came in on a free. Next up, Andrea Pirlo. He's still a pretty decent player. Still leading player for Serie A sides. He's match fit. He's going to start today. He's going to be like my CDM. Hopefully he can play that well. He's going to rotate with Sigarini a bit. But I thought if I'm doing a save where I want to try and win the Champions League and the Serie A with only Italian players, I had to sign one of the Italian legends. I was tossing up between him and Totti. Unfortunately Totti was nowhere near as good. So Andrea Pirlo signs for Inter Milan again. He had played for us before on a free transfer, and he'll probably retire at the club. Next up, Federico Viviani, just a backup centre mid from Roma, paid less than $1 million for him. He's not great, but he's a decent backup option to have in case we need him. Next up, Luca Calderola, again another backup. He's a backup centre defender. Sorry. The reason I signed him is because he's homegrown at Inter. No other reason there. He's not great, but he's decent. He'll do a job if we need him. Just trying to rush through the less exciting ones, to be honest with you. Unkabona, same deal with him. Backup centre back option, signed from Juventus for £2.8 million. So cheap and cheerful signing there. He should be fine for us. Now Marcelo Brozovic and Dodo, we didn't sign. They were pre-programmed in for the game to sign. So they've gone straight into the under-21s, and we're trying to offload them. Just didn't really want them. So we bring back to the Italians. Brought in Lorenzo Cristig. I actually sold him apparently, or released him right at the beginning of the save, and I brought him back. I don't know why I did that, but he's a decent player. Again, he's just a backup option, as you see. We've got quite a few options there now. He's just a backup in case we get an injury crisis. So the first, I guess, big transfer of the season is Ignacio Abate coming in to play a backup right back role to Darmian. Unfortunately, he got injured in the friendly matches and he is out for 4 months with a broken foot. So yeah, we paid 10 million for him, and he's missing for half the season, which ain't great for a player of his age. But hopefully when he comes back, he'll be okay. Funny enough, Pelosi also got injured in that game, a broken foot as well, so he's out for 4 to 5 months as well. Now, next up, Alessandro Florenzi joins for 20 million from Chelsea. He is our Kovacic replacement to play in that centre of midfield, and I'm very excited to have him on board. A quality player. Didn't do a lot for Chelsea in this time there. Didn't really play. Basically, when he was playing for Roma in the Serie A, he did very well, and he did very well in his first half season at Chelsea. It's just like the second season they didn't play him, and 20 million I thought he's worth the investment. Unfortunately, we couldn't get Verratti as well. He chose to go to Man City. That's disappointing. Now, still got 3 more transfers going up in value here. Domenico Berardi joins for £22.5 million from Juventus. He's kind of our Shaqiri replacement to play on the right hand side, along with people like Churchy and maybe Sansoni if we need him. Did pretty well for him last year. I think he'll do better for us. I'm hoping to get him into double figures with the goal scoring. All our wide men seem to do that. Leading player for Serie A side, and he's only 22. And because we're playing the Raumdeuter role, and they like to cut in, he's left-footed as well, which is a bonus. But a great young Italian player to have for us. And that's like the third ex-Sassuolo attacker we've signed in this save so far, which is quite funny because Sassuolo have quite a decent team to begin with, don't they? Okay, so the next two, both signings from Liverpool, both for £30 million. We'll start off with Insigne. I do think I slightly overpaid for him. I tried to sign him last season, but Liverpool picked me to him, and they only paid 9 million for him, and he didn't get too much game time, so I offered money, and they wouldn't take anything less than 30. But in his position, for an Italian player, he's the best person available, which is why I've been willing to pay the 30 million. As you can see, the coaches love him. He's not as good as Sansoni, but he'll do. I'm actually retraining him. You might question it, but I'm actually retraining him to play in the centre as a trequartista. I feel like he's got the roles, the attributes to play there and replace Hernandez in the long term. So eventually he will be able to play there, hopefully. And, you know, he's got the 10 composure, which needs improving, but everything else he's really solid at, so hopefully we might have Lorenzo Insigne in a position no one's really seen him in before. And finally, possibly the biggest transfer, Mario Balotelli joins from Liverpool for £30 million. He's going to be our main striker. He's not apparently as good as Churchill. I'm not going to look too much into this. He's quite clearly a better player than Pelosi, I'd imagine. I can't even do it. I can, but I'm not going to. Yeah, might as well. Hang on. Compare with Pelosi. On the overview. See there, funnily enough, then yeah, Balotelli you can quite clearly see is a better player. So I don't know what the coaches are thinking there, but he didn't have the best of seasons last year. I think he may have been injured a lot. Only 5 goals in 15 appearances, but the season before that he did pretty well for him, and I feel like he's the best Italian striker there is at the minute, along with Berardi and Zaza, who we have. So I feel like we've got the best Italian players we can get now in those positions. The only position I think we're weak in now is defence, but there just isn't the quality available at the right price to sign, so we're going to have to make do with what we've got. But yeah, some very exciting transfers going on today in this episode, and we've got a big game here against Juventus, which we're going to play. I'm going to pick the team what I think is our best available 11, and so Perrine in goal, obviously, Darmian at right back with Ranocchia, and I'm going to play Bianchetti over Costa this season purely because he's 23 and he has a lot of potential, and Costa is 31 or something now, and he's going to start declining soon, so I think he's more of a good backup option. Davide Santon obviously at left back, box to box midfielder, of course it's Florenzi. We're going to play Pirlo over Signorini, as I said. Berardi unfortunately is injured at the moment. He's out for 3 to 8 days, so he can't play today, I'm afraid. So that means that Churchy goes back to his familiar role on the right wing there. While Insigne is learning that new role, Sansoni's going to play as a trequartista, and we're going to chuck Insigne on the left, just because if we swap him around, Insigne can't quite play there yet. And in a game like this, I want players to be comfortable in their positions. And obviously, Balotelli will start up front. Hopefully we can keep Balotelli's temper and everything under control. See how he goes. But yeah, we have got that full 11 of Italians now, which is really, really happy. I'm really happy with. I'll just show you the squad. Boom. all Italian, so this could be the season we complete our challenge. Now, you may be wondering what happens once I complete the challenge. As soon as we win the Serie A with this team and the Champions League with this team, we're resigning as Inter manager. And we're going to be looking for a new job in this save with a new country. And we're going to do this with a new team in a new country. So, I don't know, we go to Germany for Wolfsburg or Arsenal in England. And we're going to try and win that league with only, say, English players, and the Champions League with only English players. We're going to recycle the challenge just with different nationalities and different teams and different countries, just to keep the save going longer. Unfortunately, I've got Berardi on the bench for some reason. I actually got we haven't got a bit much of a bench. So I'm going to chuck the two youth prospects I've got on there. Scotta and that man Tassi, who scored the wonder goal in the last game of the season last year. Let's get going. Only 11 substitutes, but I'm confident we can beat Juventus. I hope we do. We really need to send out a sign of this is the type of team we're going to have to beat to win the Champions League, because last year obviously we got embarrassed a couple of times. I'm hoping we can do better. As you can see, they haven't replaced Berardi with a starting player. They have got Divock Origi though. Who will be a good player for them. He becomes good in Football Manager quite often. Where am I going? But yeah, let's get on. Let's go into the game. It's quite a regular team. It's their favourite formation, Juve. I feel like we may be better than them now, so let's try and get a good result here. Oh, it's actually on 3D still, which we do not want, and we'll change that back to 2D Classic. So yeah, it's only a really a friendly match, but it's a game where we can put down a statement of intent. We spent a lot of money this year, and it'd be a shame if we didn't win anything. It'd be nice for a domestic treble, really, but we'll see how it goes. We won't get our hopes up. Early stages, though, we've had more shots than them. Possession's fairly even. It looks like Juve are going to get a chance here, though. The only concern I've got playing, Pirlo in the centre of midfield is he's old and he hasn't got the legs anymore. So if Asamoah, what a save by Perrine. Flipping heck. But yeah, if he can't keep up with space with the game, it's Signorini he's going to have to start ahead of him against the better teams, and he'll play against the lesser teams. I want him to be happy here. I want him to enjoy his last few years in football. But Santon here to Churchy to Balotelli. Almost a debut goal for the young man. And that's off, thank God. It's a bit... We've got Pirlo on the free kick here. Churchy! Oh, what a double save by Buffon. It should be 1-0 Inter. Oh, it's disappointing. Pirlo's not having the greatest of games so far, neither is Ballo. But they're new to the team, they've got to gel with the rest of their teammates. We've got a lot of new players, quite a few new players in the attacking area, so they've got to give them time to gel. But we're dominating possession at the moment. I'm going to keep it as it is. We haven't been bad. Keep going out there. I should have done revenge, but it doesn't really matter. We can get a decent team talk out of this, surely. I'm going to tell Ballo I'm not happy with him. That was a risk with someone like Balotelli, but he reacted well. Hopefully we can see a reaction, because we have got players like Zaza who are just as capable as him. And for £30 million, we need a return on that investment pretty quickly. Okay, so Juve on the ball here. Marquisio, Belhanda, Pereira, Llorente. He's going to play it through to Tevez, and Tevez is going to score. Of course Tevez is going to score. He's offside though. Wow, I didn't think that was offside. But if you look at the stats, it's very even in this game. Balotelli is having a mare, so he's actually. I'm keeping him on for now. Actually, I'm bearing in mind there is penalty shootout after this if we get to that stage. But Ballo may not be the best option to take one if he's playing this badly. Marquisio on the ball though. Tevez, Llorente's through, and he's missed a sitter. And this hasn't gone according to plan. We've got a couple of poor performers out there, so we're actually going to take off Pirlo for Signorini, and we're going to bring on Zaza for Ballo. Disappointing performances by the pair of them. I was looking for Pirlo to control the game a bit better than control the game. He hasn't controlled the game, and we are very fortunate not to be losing. Wow. Juve have really upped it in the second half. I'm not sure what the last 5 minutes have been. Last 5 minutes has been... we've been alright actually. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out whether I should go counter and try and counter attack him or something. But Florenzi's on the ball here. To Churchy. Into Darmian. He doesn't. That was a really poor ball. He didn't put any power on it. And I'm a little bit worried we're going to get caught out here by Juve. A goal now would really be a kick in the teeth. But Bianchetti's tidied that up. Santon to Insigne on his debut. Sansone Asamoah, that's got to be a red card, ref. And we've got to get up Juve's formation just to see what they changed to. So they're taking... Right, basically they're just taking off Tevez, which is quite nice for us. Fortunately, Churchy hasn't had a very good game, so I'm going to need to pause this and make a change because I don't really... And he's knackered as well. This is the only problem at the moment. I haven't got too many options there. So what are we actually going to do? We're going to bring on Cataldi for Churchy. We're going to chuck Florenzi up there, and we're going to play like that for the rest of the match, and hope we can get a goal. I should really... Oh, never mind. Santon to Florenzi. Florenzi into Zaza. Zaza into Bianchetti. Zaza. Oh, how have we not scored? Oh my fucking... How have we not scored there? Bianchetti. Oh, right. We're going to up it. I feel like we are the ones who have to commit now. Just because Juve have that man down. I feel if we get caught out, we get caught out. But no, it's not going to happen. I think this goes... Oh, fuck. This is early. To Marchisio. Origi. Oh, he's at the bar. And Bianchetti clears. It's been such an even game. We weren't competing with Juve like this. I'm going to go counter. Last season. So it's nice to see that we can compete with them at least now. It means we've upped our game a bit. Even though we won the league by a mile last year. It's because they struggled against the weaker teams. Van Ginkel. Please deal with this, lads. Well in, Florenzi. Forcing him back. Balanta to Mandy. Belhanda, Marchisio, Sigarini tackles, Ranocchia clears, Caceres. This is relentless pressure at the minute. Cataldi gives it away. Sloppy. Marchisio. Oh, passed up the chance to sign on the free, and it is full time, surely. You're gonna blow, ref? If that went in, I would have been livid. What are you doing, ref? In the 90 minute. Oh, what? It goes to extra time. I assumed it was like the Community Shield. Can I do more than 3 subs? Oh, fuck. This ain't good. Oh, we'll just see how it goes then. Can't really do anything. I can do tactical changes, but nothing drastic, surely. Usually extra time does fly by though, so I wouldn't mind a penalty shoot. That's quite exciting for the first episode, isn't it? Alright, half time and extra time, let's go. Marchisio. Lichtensteiner. I'm tempted to make a tactical change. I'm going to do it. Just to see if the pace on the wing will help. I don't know. We haven't had none of our attackers have had good games today. Asigne's been alright. Oh, a goal now will probably win it for him. Fuck, don't do this, lads. Keep the clean sheet. Get the penalty shootout. Oh, I've got to start getting the better of Juve. They've got 10 men. Belhanda skies it. I'm quite happy to see him do that. That's not the end of the highlight. Perrin is going to kick it straight back to Juventus here. Inchetti to Santon. To Insigne. Insigne. He's running through. He's gone so... Oh, that would have been an amazing goal. That was Shaqiri-esque from Lorenzo Insigne. Wait till he's in the middle running at players like that. We've got so bad fitness here. So have Juve. It's gone to penalties. Mine's set up for me. I guess we'll just go. We take first. I hate penalty shootouts. I never win. That's the bad thing. Zaza to take the first one. I just know we're not going to win. I'll be very, very surprised. So here we go. Zaza scores. I just kind of expect Buffon to save him because of who Buffon is. A Belhanda here. Perrin almost saves it. Who's next? I don't know. Sigarini. Come on, boy. Oh, how do you not hit the target, man? And it'll end 5-4 to Juve now. Florenzi. It will end 5-4 to Juve. I've actually seen Perrin save a penalty. Oh my gosh. What is wrong with them? Balanta can score and Insigne can't. Sansoni Smith scores and they're going to win the fucking cup. Oh my god, why did Buffon take it? Oh my gosh. Ranocchia scores. This is just nuts. You may think I'm pessimistic, but... Oh, I don't even know. I'm just so nervous. Santon scores. Why did Buffon take the most important penalty of the game? Liechtensteiner. Fucking hell. Who's next? Cataldi, youngster. Scores. I'm so nervous. It's such a meaningless game. Van Ginkel. Yes! We've won it! Oh, what a dramatic penalty shootout that was. What the hell was Buffon doing taking that penalty? Why? What is that? It's saved apparently. What was Buffon doing? And somehow we've managed to win it. I am just bemused what's gone on there. Let's look at Buffon. Penalty taking, I can't even see. It's not going to be high. That's unbelievable. But we've won the cup. You know, first time we've won it since 2010. Shows we're starting to become a bit of a force in Italian football again. After winning the league, we've now won that. I know it's not actually the cup, but Florenzi return to Italian football, given 1.4 million. I have no idea. That game was just crazy. Board don't really give a shit that you've won it. What I find weird is that my confidence at the end of the season was untouchable. They've given me a new contract and all of a sudden I've just gone down to stable, which is really crazy. I don't get it. And they're kind of taking... Well, they're not happy with Hernandez going. They weren't happy with Shaqiri going, obviously, or Kovacic for that matter. And they're like kind of pissy about all the players who've signed as well. So it's not helping me with the signings. But I don't know why the board is just so pissy with me all the time. They've just given me a new contract. But yeah, we've won the cup. 0-0 penalty shootout, crazy penalty shootout. You have to say. Let's look at the schedule. When will we be back? There's not really any key games at the beginning of the season, so I'm quite keen to get quite a bit of it done. I mean, I could well just go all the way into like November with the Roma game, but I feel like that's too far. So what I'll do is I'll come back for the second Champions League group stage, the third Champions League group stage game, whoever that may be against, and we'll see what happens there. But yeah, as always lads, I hope you've enjoyed watching. If you have done, hit the like button. If you're new to the series or new to my channel and you haven't done so already, just hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out and makes me realise that I'm actually doing a pretty decent job. And also follow me on Twitter if you're on there. I don't tweet a lot anymore at the moment, but you'll see all my videos are linked there. So if you're not on Facebook all the time, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube all the time, you'll see that I've uploaded a video via Twitter. But yeah, I'll catch you all later lads. We'll be back on the 19th of October when we play whoever it is in the Champions League group stages. Talk to you later.